Hello and welcome to day 38 of 100 days of drawing. This is Pierson here, and it's a early Monday morning. We're gonna get cracking real soon. So, I'm just really excited about getting drawn. Yeah, I want to get this out of the way. Eat that frog. Eat that frog. That's some more. That's like it's a book. I'm referring to a book. It's called Eat That Frog, where you're trying to get out. The difficult things out of the way early in the morning so that you can focus on like the smaller things that need to get done throughout the day. So I'm going to be doing that. So let's get started. Okay. All right. There we go. So today is, I did not set up my still life. Serves me right. We're doing something a little bit different today. We're going to be massing out the background so it's one tone or a close to one tone, so I can use that as a base today and see how that works out for me. This might help me speed up my drawing. Since I only have 30 minutes, I think what I might do is, like, earlier on, instead of doing this during the live stream, I might have it already kind of done. Just kind of have the whole page masked out one tone and kind of save myself some time. So I might, before I go to bed, the day before, I'll set up the page, set up my still life, so it's good to go the morning of my live streams. It's just one of those things I'm thinking about doing. I'm just trying to be more effective with my time, because as you kind of gathered from like the previous live stream where I was just exhausted, just making all sorts of bad drawing decisions. I wasn't even looking, to be honest. I was just kind of marking away on the paper and hoping something sticks. And I don't want to do that, So my main thing about drawing doing these drawings as of lately is I've been really bad with my proportions and such. I don't know. I've gotten better. Some days are real good, some days are not. So like this little toy thing that I'm drawing, it's like a sheep, I think. It's got the thing about these toys is got these exaggerated heads. So like the heads are as big as the bodies almost. So like me personally, I'm trying to rationalize it and make the body more what it is in real life, more smaller head. So that's what I'm trying to do more often, but not today. We'll see what I can get done in today's drawing session. I have a hard 30, so it's going to have to be almost really cautious and nonstop like motion. Like I'm not going to double check my shapes as much as I could on another day. So I'm just trying to be very mindful of that. And today's a pretty good day. Typically I function a little bit better in the mornings than in the evenings. I think in the evenings, after a full day of just working and such, I'm done. Like decision making is like, I don't want to decide And what drawing really is, and in the end, is like a series of marks and decisions. And so when I'm drawing like this, I'm making decisions on where I want to put certain things, how much value I want to make the object in relation to the other. I'm also thinking about proportions and stuff like that, but like, you don't always want to be kind of cookie cutter with your the way that you're doing things. So I also know that right now what's happening here is because I masked out the background. I'm also because I did that, I'm moving a little bit faster than normal. There's also a few other things that are in play today that are normally not necessarily in play. And one of those is that box. This box is off by a lot. I'm gonna have to drag it out like this. And one of those things is what's that thing? Oh, I'm using a vine charcoal that is it's softer than what I'm normally using, and that's a good thing. That means I'm able to add more tone quicker. This whole cube here that these objects are on, they're all off. I'm kind of making like these generic cubes because to me, for this type of drawing and the amount of time that I have on it, I'm making a decision that although I do recognize the importance of practicing good perspective, the time allotted does not allow me to, well, me personally, I have to fiddle around with like perspective and get the lines correct, and I have to do some measuring. And I just don't want to stop drawing to do that measuring, so I'm just going to do like a generalization of those forms. Anyways, let's begin here. Let's start by the whole sheep here. I'm going to make the sheep like darker, even though that's not the case. I'm going to get the and we got the little people toy character with the weird hair that I don't know if it's supposed to be like long or if it's just like weird looking shape. It's like weird shape. I don't know what kind of hair that's supposed to be, but it's a thing. It's a hair. It's supposed to be like plastic. It's like a plastic cap. No, it's a weird type of like stylization of the hair is what I'm trying to get at. It's not, I don't know what hairstyle it's trying to simulate, you know. Maybe like semi-long hair. Maybe that's what it's trying to do. Maybe it's not. I have trouble with these this character here. I always mess up the way that there's this white jacket or collar around the character, and then there's this round edge, and I can't tell if it's kind of rounded, but it's also like an angle. So I'm always struggling at it because I always get the angle just slightly off. Because it's also wrapping around, so it's like an angle and it's wrapping around, but the white jacket, the white collar around the top does not do the same thing. And then they also got like these weird blocky like pant type shapes. I would have to really spend some time looking at them, but I've gotten a little bit better. I wouldn't say I've gotten a lot better at them, just enough that I can do them semi-decent. Now, this block is way too, I've undervalued the block. Like, it's much lower than I give it, than I've accounted for in the drawing. So that's fine. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of soften up sheep here. Soften those forms up. And then soften you up. And I probably should soften everything else up. I don't know what I'm doing. I have yet to figure out a strategy on how I want to pursue this. I really am just kind of trying to see ways I can get the drawing on quicker, you know? And this is a process. It's a slow process, but you know, it is what it is. I don't think I got the head of this thing, this character on correctly. Or something like that. It's got these tiny little feet. And it's got like these oval eyes. The ears are larger. And its head is, it kind of divots inwards, but then also it kind of pivots out. Something like this might be good. I think that's pretty good. The shape. I'm off by a lot, but that's fine. Okay, so it has kind of like a... It's hard to tell from the positioning because the toy is like so subtle and soft. Anyways, it's kind of and I always get these eyes wrong. They're either too small or too large. So I just gotta be mindful of that. And I place them either too far away or too close, even though like the distance is relatively the distance between the circle of their eyes. Like there's a eyes distance between each eye, so it's about that. And plus, these toys look like they're slightly smiling, even though they're not really smiling. All right, now let's do a little bit of softening up forms around. Just gonna soften this up. Maybe soften this. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna soften up these forms a little bit, and then that way I can add my dark tones around it. So when I add the dark tones around it, it's gonna make these softer forms kind of stand out. I don't know. It's one of those days. It's good morning. It's a good morning. I'm almost done with a drawing commission I've been kind of working on for the last week and a half. I probably would have been closer to complete, but I missed a few days. I missed yesterday. The day before I started working on it, and then like my stomach was like feeling ill. Like I had like knots, and I was like, oh, I can't continue. Sorry. It was probably a mixture of being exhausted. It was probably a mixture of being super tired and maybe having like a little food poisoning or something. I don't know. Didn't feel well that day. And so that's why I didn't get as far along as I wanted to on the piece. Maybe let's... So I like softening this charcoal up a little bit when I'm drawing. 15 minutes. We're making pretty good time. so I'm not too worried about where I stand. I do not like how the charcoal stick plays on top of this. It doesn't react the same way it does on newsprint, and that's what's been kind of agitating me with this drawing, or like drawing on this white paper. I'm gonna try a different brand next time. See if I can find a brand that's like slightly smoother. I think that'll help. If I can find a brand that's smoother and not as toothy. So I'm gonna probably try like or a brand that's it's got some tooth to it, but like this feels like rough tooth. Like it's very rough. Like it feels like it's very like hard tooth to the paper, and it makes it really kind of hard to draw. You know, I'm not feeling it now. Yeah, I'm not feeling it anymore. I think I just want to kind of like take a break from being responsible with my drawing and just kind of, I don't know, not feeling it. And the part about this drawing like this is like I'm raising my arm up for extended periods of time. My shoulder starts to burn because I'm like lifting it real heavily. And, you know, I don't know. I just I'm not feeling drawing right now. It's just kind of hit me. I think all because I've already been drawing for the past 2 hours. And here I am drawing again. This time live streaming, and I have to talk. I just don't want to do that. It's not feeling doing that. It's not my thing today. This is one of those things where like, do I really have to do this today? Can I just like go back to bed? And you're like, no, you can't go back to bed, sir. But can I just go back to bed, please? I don't know if I like that eye. I can't tell. Anyways, smooth that out. So these next few drawings, these next like 30 drawings are gonna have to be they're gonna be a little rough because of the time. I'm gonna have to get used to drawing on Mondays. It's really hard to really spend a protracted amount of time on one drawing because of you know, I got obligations for the day that I have to abide by, and I'm working the whole time like nonstop from like 5 to 9 o'clock at night, and I almost have it's really tough to make that time. So like the only time I can do this is just a smidge of time, just a little bit in the morning. You know. And I'm not really drawing slow, you know, I'm moving the entire time. So I wish these drawings would go quicker. You know, it'd be nice that I could get them to some state of completion, but right now I'm just gonna have to accept that some of these drawings, especially on the white paper, are not gonna be finished. I know I'm like really complaining about the white paper, but I really feel like it's really slowing me down. It's the tooth of the paper that, because what you don't understand is that the tooth of the paper means in order to apply the pigment that I want, the amount of charcoal that I want, I got to go over the area more than once to get the desired result that I'm looking. And so I messed up the whole front area. Oh yeah, it's not working out. So I applied too much tone there already. And partially because I'm not really looking today. Again, maybe it's also the first time I draw on this thing, this sheep thing, and I'm trying to, at this point, trying to figure out what areas I can kind of generalize and what areas I have to leave, I really have to define. You know, what areas can I leave alone? What areas, what kind of motions can I do, actions can I do to get the result that I'm looking, you know? And that's part of the issue, that's the challenge, is how do I do that? And I don't have the answer right now. All I know is I don't like where it's going. And I really, because I don't know, I only have 7 minutes and I really haven't got anything done. It's too dark here in relation to the background. And I'm just upset now that I only have 7 minutes. I'm not going to get any farther along on it. I'm going to get a little bit, but not anything more. Not really anything that's like braggable. And this is where it's starting to kind of drag on me, doing this 100 days of drawing. Like, it's only worth it if I'm able to commit an hour and a half. But I don't. There's certain days, really long days, that I don't have an hour and a half. You know, right now, I realistically, all I have on these days, like Mondays and Wednesdays, I only have 30 minutes that can be commit on some of this stuff. And oh wow, I did not look at that character, the sheep, so much. That's so dark compared to everything else. I think partially the reason why it looks the way I'm bugging out is because the background tone, it's darker, and because the background should be much darker, that once the background's darker, it's going to bring forward my sheep. I'm also quite upset with how how poorly the kneaded eraser pulls tones off this paper. You know, I don't like how it's not doing a good job, and it's making me upset. It's one of those things. So like, I wish So now that I got one drawing out, one study out of the way with this, I'll have an idea of how to approach it a little bit faster. what I need to do on these days, and I still haven't learned this. I really keep trying to do more than I can. So like on Mondays and Wednesdays, what I really need to do is just pick one object, not have 4 objects to draw, and try to get that one object done really well. Instead, I'm trying to do 4 objects, you know, even though 2 of them are really simple, it's extra motions I have to take to achieve a certain, it's already noticed that this right here is off. Like, no wonder it feels weird. The hair is actually longer, so it goes inward right there, as opposed to hanging out right there. And that's something I kind of spotted just now. Like, and that has to do with the fact that it takes a little bit of time to get warmed up. And too late now, right? Very too late now, of course. I'm kind of starting to understand this head a little bit more, how it kind of works. Just one of those things. 3 minutes and 33 seconds. I don't know what I can really do of significance in this manner. Maybe I need to start being more aggressive with the dark tones. I don't know. Just kind of be more I don't know what I need to be more of what I'm not doing. So I might have to, in these situations, start applying more tone, applying more pressure, like I am right now, in the to create the contrast that I'm looking for, instead of trying to build it up. Unfortunately, the style of drawing that I'm trying to do is not a 30-minute drawing. It's more like a 3-hour drawing where you just build up those tones, and I'm trying to practice that, but it's not really helpful in this situation. So I'm like using the wrong strategy for the drawing style that I'm working on right now, and it just sucks. Like, I'm trying to do a drawing style that's not really conducive for a 30-minute drawing. You know, I'm trying to figure out how I can do it in the time frame, and I'm not being very successful at it. I really haven't been very successful at it. So I'm just trying to, like, not necessarily move as fast as I can, but just gonna yeah, this is not good. I don't like doing this. So normally, like, this charcoal stick would be really beneficial, but it's not, because of the frustrating, because I have to do this like really cruddy job because I only have 47 seconds, and I'm not really happy with it. I just don't like this paper. Oh my gosh. And it's going to be turmoil for about 70 days. the remainder of this time, I'm going to be so angry with these drawings because until on like maybe on Tuesdays and Thursdays, on days that I'm not really preoccupied, I'll be able to draw on these. But like on these days, I just won't have the available time resources to do the type of drawing I need. And you know, I wish I could. You know, I wish I had the time to do it. Like, I'm not making this character as wide as he should be. I'm showing too much at the top. The shadow here is way, way darker. And I'm not really showing how that this face is glossy. So there's that. There's a whole bunch of just yeah, Monday. I think I've learned something. I need to, on these days, just devote my time on one object. Really devote my time on one object, because unless it's on a day that I can come back to it a little bit later, I'm just going to get like a really bad sketch, because it's bad because I'm not able to I'm not going to be able to spend any more time on it. This is it. And it's going to look like half finished. You know, I don't like the toothy paper. I'm not used to that toothiness yet. And it's going to take me a while to get used to that and figure out how I can use it to my advantage. It's going to take me about 70 tries, which is why I have 70 sheets of paper. Anyways, it's time to go. I gotta get going. I hope you have a wonderful day. I give this I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Anyways, have a wonderful day. Cheers.